this is another fun party at your house.
Yes.
We are finally getting you back on our screens
Yes.
after a long time away. There has been so much excitement brewing. Have you heard from fans asking, where is Kathy? Why isn't she back on our screens yet?
I have.
And why do you think there's so much anticipation for you to return?
I think because I was busy filming Paris in Love and putting on a wedding. So that took a lot of time. I tried to get back as soon as I could, but that took a long time. And then we had to do all the press for it. So that's why I'm not in that many episodes.
Are you surprised that fans have been wondering where you are and just clamoring for your return?
Yes, I mean, it feels really good, but yes, I was like, wow.
That you're as beloved as you are by the fans. So with you being in a limited role this season, would you ever, I know that you've been asked this before, but now that you are so well received and so well beloved, would you ever consider holding a diamond full time and joining the cast on a full-time basis?
You know, usually you say, I'll never say never, but for sure, absolutely not.
You would never do that?
No, because that way you have to involve your family, and my family would have no interest, and my husband would have no interest. He's a businessman, so.
It's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
All right,
they expect you to involve all your kids, your husband, everything, so.
Kyle has been doing that for the better part of a dozen years now. She has maybe hinted a little bit at potentially departing the series and that this might be her final season.
I think she does that. I think she even said every year, you know, she works so hard, and you kind of finally sometimes go, well, maybe this is it. But I think she'll be back.
You do?
Yeah.
What would your recommendation for her?
I think that, you know, she's the show, so.
So you'd like to see her continue then?
Yes.
Okay, so where are things currently standing with you and the rest of the housewives right now? We saw that there was a little bit of drama between you and specifically Lisa Rinna in the preview. Where are things standing with you and the rest of your castmates?
I get along, I mean, I know everybody pretty well. I'm friends with a lot of the girls.
That's where things are at now.
Sutton, Garcelle, Cherie, Crystal, who else? Dorit, Kyle.
You said
Am I missing? You know, they're like children now to me. It's like, you got to make sure you include each one.
You said that you initially joined the show because you wanted to spend more time with Kyle, and that would be a good way to do that.
Right.
Do you feel like you've gotten to spend more time with her doing the show?
Oh, definitely, because this show, even just the little bit that I do, then you have to do the press, and then you have to do BravoCon, you have to do reunion.
Yes.
So, I mean, it takes almost, and then all of a sudden, you're back filming again. So it really does take up a lot of time.
Speaking of the reunion, you told me the last time I spoke with you that you would be there, which was obviously very exciting for all of the fans to hear. Once the reunion comes around, are there any beefs you're looking to squash with any of your cast members?
You know, I'm not a fighter. I came onto this and to have fun. So, no, we'll see. We have to wait and see.
Speaking of wait and seeing, Lisa Rinna accuses you of saying something to Kyle in the show that she claims is so horrible. Can you tell us what it was that was so horrible?
Well, I think you would have to wait and see that. We were having a conversation off camera, and I think I was just overly tired, frustrated. I should not have said anything. I should have just kept my mouth shut.
You've since apologized.
I did. And I love my sister. You know, I love her. She's my family. And Kim as well. Kim will be here tonight, so you'll see her. Kyle would be here, but she is in Australia. Sutton's doing Watch What Happens Live. Dorit is in Miami. And Diana, who I know, who seems to be very sweet. I don't know her well. And the other girls are in Hawaii.
That's great. So that's very exciting that Kim is here tonight. How are things going with you and Kim?
Always have been good. So that's always been a rumor.
I love that you're such a prank. Will we get to see any of your pranks this season?
I'm trying to think. I'm really in very few episodes, but I'm sure something.
Most important question that I'm going to ask you tonight. Did you ever find out who is Hunky Dory?
It's me.
Okay, I also have some other important questions I want to ask you. Talk to me about being a grandmother again. How was it being with Nikki during her delivery and after her labor?
Just so special, and to have the little boy now is, she and James are just, and the little girls, and Rick and I, our whole family, were just absolutely over the moon.
Tell me about MenoLabs, and tell me about your partnership that you have going on here tonight.
MenoLabs has been really great for me. I'm a product junkie when it comes to skincare, makeup, perfume, and health and beauty. So I am a sucker too. So I've constantly been looking for something because I've had issues with, I can't sleep. Going through the change, I like to call it. My mother started to go through at 38 years old, which is young, but I know a lot of other people as well. It's not something necessarily that happens once you turn 50. And it's kind of interesting because it's very taboo. Nobody likes to talk about it. So I lost my mom, I was 42, mom was 62. So there were so many, I just remember her saying, I'm hot, I'm melting. So, you know, she put her makeup on, I'd sit there at the dressing table with her, and she was literally melting, would have to put it all back on. I found that I don't have hot flashes, I get warm and hot. So I'll have to take off my negligee and put on a t-shirt and sometimes get up 4 or 5 times during the night.
And
so
bring up the box fan.
Well, the box fan, I've been, since I'm a little girl, I like that to help me, the hum, to go to sleep. Headaches, very, very bad headaches. And just when you get up every hour to go change your t-shirt, you're not getting very good sleep. And then that can lead to a little depression because you don't want to get out of bed. So I came across this through a friend that lives in New York, and she is so into health, works out, but she was having a tough time. And it put some weight on, and just she and I would be talking long distance all the time about what she was doing, and you eat this and you take this and blah, blah, blah. Nothing was working for us. And she had been taking the MenoLab and the probiotic, which I think everybody's got to take that. I think you could take this probiotic regardless of how old you are. And when I saw her a few months later, I could not believe the change. So I thought, I'm going to try it, because I'm constantly at the doctor having my blood work taken to see where my levels are. And it's just been remarkable and a lifesaver.
Have you been on it long enough to experience any of the changes yourself?
Yes, I've lost a little weight. I've been on it about 3 months.
Okay.
And if I took you upstairs into my bathroom right now, you will see jars of everything. I mean, I see it on Instagram, I see it in a magazine, I read about it in whatever fashion magazines, and I, of course, order it. I do it for a week or two, I don't see anything, so I give it up. So I gotta throw them all out, and I think just seeing Jeanette and how great she looked really got me. I have about 4 doctors that I go to.
And you're loving it.
And no one's been able to help me.
But this has been working.
This has been working.
Fantastic.
So I'm sleeping better. I feel like I don't require as much sleep. I feel that I'm not as bloated. I'm losing weight. I have better energy. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night soaking wet. So.
That's really exciting to hear. I'm glad to
I mean, my hair, everything was like, oh, I gotta blow dry my hair again.
But now, improvement.
Yes, so.
That's great. You did not mention, as far as the guests that were coming, you did not throw Lisa Rinna's name in there, and so I just can't help but wonder.
I think she is in Hawaii.
Okay, are you at the place in your relationship where you would invite her to something like this, or?
You know what? I had an event here, I'm trying to think, like 2 or 3 months ago. I invited everybody. But she very well could have been out of town. Yeah. I mean, I said some things that I should not have said, okay? It was how I was feeling.
But you said them to Kyle. Or about Kyle. Not,
Right.
Not about Lisa.
No, I never said anything about Lisa.
But Lisa.
I said them to Lisa, and it was off camera. And
Lisa's been very assertive since then.
well, I mean, I think she just, was unhappy that I said anything.
Yeah.
And that's her business.
But then she made it Kyle's business as well.
Yeah.
I won't-
But that, I have to, you know what? I have to take the responsibility. I'm the one, I was frustrated. I should not have said anything.
I won't hurt you.
And I did apologize and apologized. And
And you're in a good place with Kyle now.
yes.